Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be covering a little Walking Dead news. Now I had mentioned in a previous video, my writer's strike video, that all assumptions led to the fact that Walking Dead, the Rick and Michonne wrap-up story or spin-off, whatever you want to call it, was going to be delayed. This was just natural to assume that this was going to happen because pretty much every other show is on some sort of delay because there's no available writers, because obviously they are striking for better pay and whatnot. And it's actually with this video that I bring you the news that that is not in fact true. Rick and Michonne has wrapped. It was announced here in the last couple days. I want to say yesterday. I saw a little article just saying that they have wrapped filming. Now that to me is quite the shocker because I was ready to see this show get delayed in some form because of the fact that they don't have writers on site to do things like polish lines and whatnot or rewrite scenes. Because I just assumed that this would be one of those shows that they want to do that because they want to make it the best that they possibly can. But it seems they just took the writing that they already had and just ran with it. And they have just officially wrapped filming here in the last couple days. And they wrapped filming with a little thank you note, more or less, to their production crew. This is something that was posted on TWDU Promos, which is the production crew summit. This is a thank you from the cast and whatnot, from the production. They're saying, thank you for creating the next world of Walking Dead with us. Your talent, energy, and enthusiasm through it all has been the thing that has gotten us through it all. Bringing home a story more than a decade in the telling. The story will live on in our work with it. We're the ones who live. Scott, Andy, Denise, and Brian. So again, this is quite the surprise. I was just waiting for this show to get delayed because we have been waiting for this particular story of the Walking Dead universe to close out Andy/Rick's story for about 4 or 5 years now. We started out, we were going to get some movies. COVID happened. They nixed those plans. They say they're going to do this short 6-episode run to kind of wrap up that story. And it seems that they're sticking with those 6 episodes because we've not heard any further word on whether or not they're actually going to go beyond those 6 episodes and maybe do another season or just maybe do extended episodes. So I'm really hoping with the fact that they're doing this that we're going to get all the story we want, because it seems like it's going to be rushing it with only 6 episodes because there are many years of stories to wrap up and close, and people that we're hoping will be reconnected because we didn't get those reconnections or those reunions at the end of The Walking Dead, and instead we saw a lot of people go off and do their own thing. But it just seems like they're rushing it, and I really hope that's not the case, and I really hope they took their time, did it right, because if we waited all these years for us to get a half-assed product, I'm going to be beyond pissed, because we want to see these people reunite with more or less what has become their family through the Walking Dead stories that we got, because along with this one, we also have the Maggie and Negan spinoff that's coming here in the next few weeks. And then later this year, we're going to get the Daryl one, and then we're currently in the middle of the final season of Fear the Walking Dead, which I can say that is probably kind of a welcome thing, because the Fear the Walking Dead writing, the acting, and just all-around storytelling of that series has just been all over the place. We had some really great seasons, and we had some really bad ones. So far, Season 8 has been kind of okay. There's been some factors about the characters and everything, about the story, that have just really grinded on my nerves, and I just really want bad things to happen to some of the characters in this show. But I guess that kind of adds to the mystery and adds to the thrill of the show. They want you to have these reactions to these characters and everything. And so that's something they have definitely accomplished with a handful of the villainous type characters that they have introduced with the story of Padre. And then we have Maggie and Negan's story coming. We have gotten tidbits here and there about what that story is supposed to be about. And it is, as we all assumed, that Maggie is going off to get Herschel, who has been kidnapped by a group that knows Negan, and that is why Negan is the key, or what have you, to getting him back, because we saw in the full trailer that they say that Negan is on the island. So this is obviously someone from Negan's past. And so what they plan to do and everything with this series, we're just all lying in wait. And from the little bit that we have seen, it does look good. And they couldn't have picked at least one of those better characters, which was Negan, to follow up and do a spinoff. And then with that, Later this year, we're going to get the Daryl spinoff, which is supposed to be called Raise the Dead, I believe. That was one of the names that he was pushing for anyways. We've not really seen too much. They have released, I guess, a little bit of first look, but I haven't really looked into it too much or anything. And so we're still unclear why he's in France to begin with and just everything that's going on. The big thing is going to be the variants, because we got the variants at the end of the World Beyond. And from what I can see in the Negan and Maggie, the Dead City spinoff, there's going to be variants in New York too. We saw one of them that looked like he just parkouring all over the fucking place and hopping through this tower and running across rooftops, which is terrifying on its own. But that is kind of why I wanted to do this quick little video, to just basically announce that it turns out that Rick and Michonne is not going to be delayed, which is great news. I am looking forward to it. Hopefully it is early 2024 we get this, but I imagine it will probably be mid to late 2024. They have not really announced a time frame yet, so hopefully we get it and it's good, and it kind of brings us all closure for Rick, because honestly, it just seems like there's too much story to tell just to wrap it up in 6 episodes, especially if they're the standard 45-minute episodes. So anyways, guys, I just kind of want to bring that news to you that Rick and Michonne is coming as scheduled. It's not being delayed by the writer's strike. They've wrapped up, and now we wait the long period that it's going to take to do the post-editing and whatnot. So if you like this video, leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. Leave those comments. I want to know what you guys have to say about all of it, about all the spinoffs. What are you looking forward to? What can you do without, and all of that. And if you feel so inclined, please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. So until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye.